Oh, Bob just said he's going to sleep. So, cheers, that Bob. Really appreciate you joining us. What's wrong with him? Like, I understand why he went to bed because he was an hour ahead in Germany. So, like, I understood why he was going to bed early then. But like, it's 10 o'clock. You know, get your shit together.
So it'll be 11 o'clock there.
No, so he's in the UK now.
Oh, is he?
So I mean, so like, what is his issue?
He just doesn't like you.
I know. It's fair, to be honest. Should we start?
You got 0 people.
I know, but like, it'd be uploading people to watch it afterwards.
That's true.
Yeah, and like, hopefully, Cos will join at some point at least. If not, I don't know. Like, we're
recording a video, I guess.
Yeah, right. Like, I'm giving you guys content. What do you want?
What do you want to like start it? You know?
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. Hey, Cos is here. Perfect timing. Cool. You missed our ramble, which I'm going to cut out anyway. How's it going, Cos? Hopefully you're all right. I'm going to start the video now, so I'll do an intro. So, you know, everyone get ready. Prepare yourselves. Yo, it's your boy, Seafoam Soldier. And today I've got with me
Chris.
Yeah. Chris has been on a few previous videos, so you may recognise him. One previous video, but it made quite the splash. So I'm sure you'll recognise him. But yeah, so today, so let me move this closer. We are going to chat about episode 5 of season 1. Hopefully you guys have watched it at some point relatively recently. If so, give us your views as we go along. But first of all, I want to chat to you about your thoughts on season 1, because this is the first ever episode you've seen of season 1. Actually, what seasons have you seen?
From 3 onwards.
So with Raja?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not really a fan of season 3 either. So yeah, what do you think of the episode we saw in terms of like compared to later seasons?
Well, I've got to remember you told me not to watch season 1.
Stand by it.
Because you said it was awful.
Stand by it.
But like, there was all the kind of elements that made the like later seasons good in that one episode that I've just seen.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're towards the end of the competition.
It's too hot.
So there was just, you know, like I feel tempted now to go back and watch season 1 and 2.
Interesting.
Even though it looks like, you know, someone smeared Vaseline over the camera.
In that case, then hopefully, like, I'll maybe watch like the episodes before this one and then come back for like the next episode, the episode after, and you can give your thoughts on the entire season so far. I think they've changed because like it's difficult to watch properly and like to binge watch because it's not good. Like, I don't know, like I think it was okay to watch like the occasional episode like every couple of weeks and like doing it from like a point where you're analysing it or whatever and you can just talk through it. But I think if you're like sitting there by yourself like watching 10 episodes, like it's not the best time in the world. It's not Fort Park.
I think what works for me is that because of All Stars, I really dislike Bebe. So watching this, I can be like, oh god, I hate her.
Yeah.
And then I also like,
not Bebe, BB.
No, it's Bebe.
No, it's BB.
Bebe.
No, it's BB Sahara.
BB. Whatever.
You're like sex, right?
But don't make me hate her even more if I was to pronounce her name correctly. But like, you know, there's queens that I was rooting for in the episode, so like it's all there, man.
Really? Okay, we should dive into this. Chris, you're being sexualized. You can choose whether to go along with it or reject that sexualization.
Let me have a look at this.
Do you want me to zoom in?
No, he's just concerned about, you know, the content for children. You know, like he's worried about what's behind this cushion.
That's fair.
And there's nothing going on behind.
Pure nudity.
Friendly content.
That's it, actually. Keeping it U-rated. So my first note I've written down, I've actually wrote it down like halfway through, but added it to the top, is that we are watching Buffy together because it's one of your favourite shows.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed what I've seen so far. A little spoiler mini review for you. But like when so we were watching season 1. When was that released, roughly?
1997.
And you know when this season was released?
This was 10 years ago, so it must be 2000 and... It's over 10 years, right?
No, 2008.
2008.
So 10 years after Buffy as well.
So, and like 2 years into like the Wii's lifespan.
Yes, exactly.
We had HD TVs or HD ready.
And widescreen resolution was like a common thing.
Yeah.
So it's mental, but don't you think... I'm thinking like Buffy was like better quality than this season of Drag Race.
I would account this as like down to homophobia. You know, like the studio execs are like, we're not going to give this a budget.
Exactly.
This is going to get like $50 per episode.
Yeah, it's like I think what iPhone would have been out by then, like iPhone like 4 or something.
Yeah, iPhone was 5 or whatever. By then.
Yeah, probably like an iPhone 5. They're like, no, look, we'll give you an iPhone 3S, not even 3GS. No 3G.
What, to film the show with?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like 200p quality, isn't it, at best? And then I just like blur it a little bit, and it seems like it's slightly better than it actually is. So yeah,
Maybe,
it's mental.
Like around this sort of time is when I worked in TV, and they were terrified at that time of HD because they had to put in extra work to hide people's flaws and stuff. So maybe it's like,
oh yeah,
on purpose. You know,
there were some dodgy moments from Ru in this season, so
it's always a dodgy moment.
That's fair. Yeah, that's
every
true.
Season.
That's true. Okay, so should we go from the episode from the top? Go for the points. Actually, I have quite a few notes this episode. Actually, more entertaining than I remembered it being. I think it's interesting that we had a makeover challenge in the first season.
Yeah, and it's a different one than ones that I'm used to because it's usually a guy being.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
apart from brides, I guess.
Yeah, and also
Or
family
family.
members. So okay, maybe scrap what I just said. But like, this is a very specific kind of lady. You can go into that.
That's like the worst compliment ever. If someone said that to you, how would you feel?
What if I was a very specific kind of lady?
Yeah, exactly. If someone
I
said
would
that
be a
to
bit
you.
confused if someone said that to me.
I'd be fully turned on. Right, okay, let's start. So, it started off with the girls saying that they're not happy that Rebecca stayed over Jade. I know you're a big fan of Jade, so you were very upset, weren't you, by her going?
Yeah, Jade.
The memories we had together. Actually, Bob will tell you. I think I've actually only streamed season 1 with Bob so far. But like, I still, even the episode when Jade left, even now, I can't tell the difference between Jade and Rebecca. They looked exactly the same to me.
I only saw a very, very quick clip of Jade.
She looks exactly the same as Rebecca, but Jade's nice. That's the difference.
Okay. I'm getting a sense that like people really dislike Rebecca.
Yeah,
across time.
Yeah,
Not just for the
that's what
episodes.
That's what I've heard as well. So, I don't know if I told you. So the reason I'm going back and doing season 1, and I'm now quite a few episodes behind, is because Willem and Alaska are doing a podcast called Race Straight Chaser.
I remember
go
that,
through every episode of Drag Race. So they have talked about Rebecca quite a bit because obviously she's a prominent part of the first series. And I do get the impression, I think they both said they haven't had many, if any, personal interactions with her, but they've heard not great things about her, like especially from queens who filmed with her, that she was like genuinely like pretty standoffish and a bit bitchy sort of thing.
Yeah,
but I think what I've been saying from what I've seen from the episodes, what's been shown on TV, like I haven't seen anything that bad from her. Like she doesn't seem like the warmest person in the world, but she doesn't seem like evil to me.
She seemed a bit driven and like a bit.
But Chanel's driven.
I quite like Chanel.
Oh no!
I'm really sorry.
I want to watch the Miss Mandarin episode with you. I'm finding Chanel harder and harder to cope with.
Costa said that both are bogus, Jade and Rebecca.
Oh, that's true. That's fair. We're going to get into that later on at the end of the episode. Did you watch the episode recently? Cause, what was I saying a second ago? I can't multitask or like do tangents. Sorry.
We went from Chanel to the next thing.
Oh, Chanel. I started saying, I'm finding it harder to hack as the series is going on.
Okay.
Like, there's some things you can only watch once. So cool. Let's start with a mini challenge. So, okay, as we're talking about Chanel, like it was too much for her, wasn't it? Like she had an attack of lack of stamina.
Well, yeah, she felt faint, but she got like, she had a moment and then she got straight back in.
No, she's just such a drama queen.
Which I admired. I was like,
no.
she's a trooper.
No, she's not a trooper. She's the worst. No, that's just an incorrect opinion to have. Because it fully isn't a Rebecca fan. I get what you're saying. So, because you're saying that she showed her true colours this episode in regards to who does she have? Temple.
Who? Chanel.
Rebecca.
Oh, Rebecca had Temple. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, because I sort of got the vibe where, like, obviously, in this mini challenge, the fighters came in and were hard on the girls, sort of thing. And so I would have thought that, like, it would make sense to be that way with them. That's like what they're used to, is what they respond to. You know, that's what I got from Rebecca behaving like that. I don't think she was just like doing it to be a bitch.
No, it was like, I need to win this task.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make sure, like, it was like military drawing structure.
Which is what the fighters were like with them.
Yeah.
It's like their world.
Yeah, yeah.
To me, it seemed quite sensible, to be honest. That's not my natural inclination. I don't think I would be like that. But, like, I get why Rebecca was like it. Again, I don't think it came from a bitchy place. To me, that wasn't my read of the situation. But again, like, I understand, like I said, the greater sort of opinion of Rebecca is that she is a bit of a bitch. So, like, I don't know why I'm not defending her.
I think if it was like today, we'd be shocked by that behavior because there's like the whole emotional aspect to it. You know, there's a story to tell. They would have been like, oh, you know, make sure that these girls connect to who you are as a drag queen and like, you know, help them find themselves in drag.
Yeah.
Whereas this was not that at all.
Yeah.
It was like literally just, you're going to have to make them work
Yeah.
for this task. No? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. But I was just thinking, like, that is sort of what Rebecca is, though, in drag as well. So, like, that is sort of connecting with how she is because that is seems what she's like. Like, she's not like
true.
a sweet. Again, you've only seen this episode, but she's not. She's like this every episode. Like, she is quite brash. She's not like a sweet, emotional, talkative person. She's just like.
But like, if it was season 10, it would have been about how Temple was going to come out of her shell as a drag queen.
Yeah.
You know, whereas it wasn't about that. It was still about winning the task.
Yeah, I found the most interesting part of the episode was the fighters though. Like they were all on the whole really sweet and like it was really nice to watch them. I thought. Anyway, back to mini challenge. So you're proud of Chanel. BB's useless in like the final part of the challenge. Like where you have to do like have spice the longest or whatever. BB's like, nah, no, thank you. Exactly. Which I respect. That's fair enough. And Rebecca won the mini challenge. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that, Cos?
I didn't understand the mini challenge, to be honest.
What do you understand? Like why?
They just had to. It was like a test of stamina. It was like a very weirdly like masculine thing to put people through. Like it wasn't like a drag queen challenge, you know.
But like think of like the trade challenge in season 10.
Yeah, but that was still performance. This was about a physical activity.
Yeah, it wasn't very drag race.
I didn't actually like understand what was going on, but I was still feeling it. But like I was like, what is this?
I know. Yeah, that's quite, like part of the fun of the early seasons. I guess is like it can be anything that goes on. I suppose.
Yeah.
But it was like less interesting to watch because I don't want to watch people useless at it necessarily doing something. You know, like if aspects of it are funny. But like I said, like at least with like in later seasons, they take dragons out of their comfort zone, but in a way that still like meshes with the skills in some way, so it's still entertaining. Whereas I suppose like there are a lot of challenges like this in season 1 where it's just a bit like, why is this happening? You know, like what am I supposed to be getting from this? So I get that. Because it's saying BB hits worse than his 10-year-old female cousin. I would like to know why you've got in a fight with your 10-year-old female cousin / BB Sahara Benet, please. But yeah, I don't discredit your opinion for sure. Like that was obviously the case. It's interesting because like BB talks a lot about like identifying as a man this episode. But I do think she has like a very feminine spirit generally. Like obviously it doesn't necessarily change the way you identify. But I don't know. I think I've heard her say like other episodes or like in maybe it was in All Stars 3 as well about like her identity as a man and stuff. I don't know. She just like strikes as a little bit more fluid or like.
Well, I mean, he's a very effeminate man. So like, I feel like the importance that we place on like gender, like on her behalf, isn't like really
that's sort of what
to her.
Yeah, I guess that's sort of what I'm saying. So that's how I like look at it. But then she is quite a lot like no, like I definitely identify as male sort of. Like she's the one who like is putting the importance of gender back into it. Like I suppose like 10 years ago, it isn't as like open or like chill or like free flowing as it is today. Yeah. Like even the fighters were like, I've always been a tomboy or whatever. I'm like, but again, I think these days they may like have a different gender identity, not in terms of necessarily transitioning, but like I don't like tomboy.
Maybe not like
doesn't necessarily fit Sweet Pea to me.
Having like giving the significance to being anything, you know, like
exactly,
like not giving a fuck, basically.
Yeah, exactly. But I agree with course. Like I wouldn't describe BB as effeminate, but more feminine. Like, you know, again, it's potentially controversial, but like, you know, which like a lot of trans YouTubers or like watch a lot of trans documentaries, like a lot of time they show like clips of them before they transition. I'm like, this person has like a female spirit. Like this person is like very female to me. Like I'm not. Do you know what I mean? Like, even when they weren't identifying as female in any way, like they just appeared. And so it's different to effeminate, I guess, where it's just like.
I think the way I'm thinking about it is because out of drag, that femininity persists and is still a part of who she is.
Yeah, exactly.
But she's not come out as trans so far as I know. And
I feel like we should bully her into it. That's what I'm trying to say. That's my main message of this episode. Exactly.
Yeah.
And if your answer is no, I'm very happy being male, then it's just not good enough for me.
I don't think I'm like well versed enough to like delve into it. I can only make an observation based on what she says. And
exactly. Obviously, it's her personal choice. It doesn't matter in any way whatsoever.
I do like how she described her experience in the club, though, which was people coming up to her, not knowing that she was a man, and she says it's an illusion. You know, I like the kind of artistry that she brings to that conversation.
I suppose that's another thing. Like, she doesn't like typically like mimic like a typical girl. She does. It is very theatrical and performancey. Even still in All Stars 3, it's not like Gia who's like trying to be, who is trans. He's not like trying to be like as fishy as possible. It seems it's more just like, I'm gonna be a performance or whatever. Yeah, you know, so it's interesting. I'd like to hear like a more in-depth interview of BB actually. Fair. Is that, I think, and also in regards to what we're saying about Rebecca being hard on her fighter, BB was as well. Like the first thing that I've written down in regards to the main challenges, BB says, "You do what I want you to do." Like, he says it forcefully. Like, it's not a discussion for BB. Yeah, like you'll be doing this.
The angry mother.
Yeah, exactly. So I do think it was an approach a few of them took. And another thing I noted was that when they were practicing runway, they were both wearing trainers. BB and her fighter, they were the only pair that were wearing trainers, which seems stupid, like really stupid to me.
Why?
Because the whole like point is like, you know, it's the same as like every makeover challenge. Like getting them to walk in high heels is a massive issue. And like again, like how can you practice? Because it changes the way your like posture is and the way you walk if you're wearing high heels. I've actually never worn high heels, but from what I've seen, and I'm not saying I'll do it. But so like, how can you practice like your runway walk and sashaying and all that? Like when you're not like in the right stance for it. It's like in a game, like we change your stance.
They were like micromanaging them. Like Nina Flowers was like literally picking up her what were they called? Trainers.
Yeah.
Like her leg. And I was like, no, you need to put it here, you know, at this precise point.
Which bizarrely didn't work out at all. I've got something to say about all of this later on.
We'll go through your
sorry. Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was like a really like poor move of BB to not like make them practice in high heels.
Yeah.
Right? Because I mean, if you're practicing the runway walk, or even just like separately or wherever, like just like she should have been wearing high heels, but obviously she knows how to walk anyway. But so she could demonstrate to her partner, but her partner wasn't wearing high heels. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
If you're practicing runway walk, you know. Rebecca said, "Oh yeah," in regards to her fighter Temple, that she was like crying and whining and stuff like that,
which was funny.
Yeah. I guess we sort of covered that already, right?
I mean, you can delve into it if you want. I quite liked that clip because that was kind of the moment where you think, oh, is this gonna go wrong for her? Because remember, they thought that she was trying to throw the competition by giving the queens different trainers, and then she ended up with this one that she thought was kind of like her downfall, and then she ended up being all right.
I don't know, it's debatable, but yeah. But yeah, again, I guess I think we've sort of talked about it already. Like I mean, Rebecca comes across as cold, but yeah, I sort of get the reasoning. I feel like the reasoning I saw her doing it for, if that makes sense. And I sort of talked about it already. So the twist about having to lip sync. Bogus. Because you were like into that twist, you're like, oh wow, this changes the game.
Like I was worried, and then like so it was struggle to actually remember it because it was so quick. It didn't feel like it impacted the verdict of the panel.
This is my whole thing. I wrote down like a massive thing about it. So I'm like,
like,
performances didn't count for shit. Like,
maybe because they were all of a certain like quality. They're all bad,
but still like address it. I don't know. Like it was just so stupid. Like they made this big thing out of the performance.
Yeah.
And then there was like no, they didn't even mention it at all in deliberation, or even the runway walks. Really, did they? It's just purely about the look.
Just the look. Yeah. I mean, this is the thing. I was like with you on that. I was just thinking, hang on a second. Like I thought this was a big part of the
challenge.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
Yeah. But it's something that's actually quite common over the season generally. I know we talk about that cause as well. that like it's a bit all over the place. Like I feel like strict criteria is given for quite a few challenges, but then it's not really like adhered to. Like they don't really actually take into consideration a lot of the time.
So it's happened before in season 1.
Not as bad as this, I'd say, but yeah, I've noticed it at different points as well. Yes, I think it's quite frustrating. But actually, I did notice like some of the fighters did noticeably worse than others. So, for example, I can't remember who it was now. One of them like literally wasn't lip syncing at points. I think it was Nina's partner.
Yeah, she lost herself in. I was gonna say in the music, but that's the song. No, she got a bit. I don't know, in trouble.
Yeah, her confidence was just like not good the whole way through, which surprised me. She was the one who like seemed most sort of one of the ones who seemed most up for it.
To be fair to her though, based on her accent, I would say that English isn't her first language.
Actually, very
offensive. And she had to learn a song that's in English.
Oh, for sure.
In one day.
Yeah.
So, and she did have a very strong accent. So
yeah.
it wasn't kind of like something that, you know, has lingered. It seemed like.
I think they connected in that way. They seemed very connected generally. Like there's like a nice hug moment and stuff. They seemed very comfortable with each other. And so yeah, I'm surprised that.
It's not like she wasn't going for it in the workroom. She was. You could see her preparing. She was always up for doing whatever Nina said that she should do, and you could see her rehearsing the song. And then when she actually had to do it, her like mouth wasn't quite matching music and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a shame. I think it's a confidence thing mainly, though. I'd say
a confidence thing rather than a language thing. Yeah, cool.
I'd say so personally, but again, just an opinion, you know. So and like another thing is, Bibi was over in the workroom, like with her partner drum. She went and laid down to like let her partner learn a lip sync or something. Do you remember?
I might have switched off at that pit. Yeah.
She like, literally went to like she got like a bit like, oh right, fine, like I space lay over it. Come tell me when you're done or whatever.
That's typical.
Like, yeah. Oh, Comma. Oh, hey, Comma, you're all right. Cheers for getting involved. Do you watch the episode? I actually had quite a few notes we're going through. I felt like it's actually quite a lot to say about this one. Cool. So now like onto the main stage. So first of all, this is your first sort of exposure to Merle, isn't it?
Merle. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Old Michelle.
But
Merle
she said
Michelle.
like one sentence in the entire episode. So it's definitely not what they've worked on over the years and like developed into the full panel experience. Like she had one thing to say. Yeah. And even then it was, Sorry, I shouldn't even critique Merle because she's not one of the queens.
That's what I'm doing. No, I'm asking. That's what I mean. I'm asking your opinion on her because like she's like, it's always interesting to hear like community's views on this. Obviously, like everyone loves Michelle. And like she's sort of like, you don't love Michelle?
No.
I love Michelle. Remember the time she like promoted Cammy Cruise?
She reminds me of like my teacher I had who was really mean.
Oh, I love Michelle. No, she's not mean.
Get rid of that association.
No, she's not mean. Get rid of it. She's lovely. And did you miss Santino? Happy to see Santino again?
You know what? He's so bland and he's so like always just kind of grey and like, I don't know, boring. I just think he must have like a massive dick or something, or he's like a really talented designer. I've not googled his
I don't think he is, based on what I've heard people say.
I mean, he's making someone happy in some way.
Do you think so? Because I'm not sure. Because
TV.
What I've like finally noticed, like, because I was thinking about, like, I wonder what Chris is thinking of seeing Merle and Santino. It's like Santino always tries so hard to like act really cool. Like, you know how in photos always have literally the same expression because I think it makes me look cool. Like he's doing like that sort of thing like the whole time. Like literally, like he's just like. I don't know, like it seems like he's trying really hard to be cool the whole time.
Yeah, I think he should do what I do, which is just be aloof and just like quiet.
Yeah. He's like
let people come to you, you know.
Yeah, but then like they're both doing that. It's like Merle and Santino just aren't really doing much, I suppose. Like they're both just like
they're dead now. I mean, they're gone.
Exactly. But,
might as well be.
Cool. So let's go through the queens and their fighters one by one. So, what do you think of Bibi and her partner?
I mean, the moment she pitched her idea to the audience, I knew it was going to fail because she just does the same thing of relying on her leopard print. And then she just thought, I'm going to make her into like, you know, her partner into a Middle Eastern like princess or whatever. And
she's probably never been to the Middle East, has she?
She's probably not even Middle Eastern.
Exactly. She's probably German.
Yeah. And it just was not thought out at all. So I knew that it was kind of going to go wrong, you know?
You thought so?
Yeah.
See, I don't know. Like, I was actually really impressed with them.
Well, in terms of their looks,
Yeah.
I'm talking about their looks.
I'm talking to you about the look.
Okay.
Yeah, I know her performance is good as well.
The chemistry was fine.
Yeah, there was no there's no coherence. I agree with that, because that's completely right. But I know I thought her look was like really nice, like really pretty. Like, I like BB's look a lot as well. I know it's a look she always does, but remember, it's only episode 5 of season 1, so we hadn't seen this look 100 times. But even like compared to the look,
5 times.
Exactly, just genuinely. But even compared to that, like, it was quite different. I felt like it was more like R&B. Her look, I felt this episode, like, obviously was still like very like the African thing, but then it was like an R&B twist. It seemed like to me, or something, like with the hair and like, I don't know.
But
I was relatively here for it.
She didn't think about what the judges might want from her, which is to see this kind of, I don't know, familiarity between them. What word am I looking for?
Family resemblance.
Yeah. They were looking for resemblance, they didn't get it, because she put them countries apart, literally. You know,
yes,
she put them on different parts of the map.
That's true.
And
Real animal.
What's that?
Real animal. I remember from the Coco too.
Yeah, awful.
But it was. I had a good point to make. But that's the thing. Like, it's interesting. Like, obviously, you'd know by now. Obviously, that's what you're supposed to be doing, because we're so used to the makeover challenges. You've had 13 seasons of them. But they didn't know that at that point. They didn't know. Angina got completely wrong idea about a challenge as well.
That's true.
So I felt it was quite harsh on the judges to be like you guys are completely missed the point. But it's like, it was quite broad. Like, you didn't say like you've got to look like each other. You've got to. It's literally all the challenge was like, put this person in drag.
Yeah.
Like, and then again, like, a comment on Nina's, we'll talk about Nina's in a second, was like hers wasn't feminine enough, for example. But it's like, that wasn't the challenge. Like, it wasn't like make them like into princesses or something, which would have been more obvious. It was like, drag them up, yo.
Yeah.
Like, drag up your life. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a strange thing, because like Rue was really not specific with the details. Like, just they could have interpreted it anyway.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They don't have a go at them for it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cos is right. Like, her partner was by far the most sort of energetic and into it of the bunch, I felt. I thought she's again. Okay, let's talk about this now, because one of my notes on this is like, I don't know. We'll get into why. I think it's a separate issue. Rebecca Winnie's a separate issue, but I definitely don't think BB should have been on the bottom. Like, I don't think she slipped up in any major way, apart from lack of resemblance, which wasn't part of the criteria anyway. Like, and I understand, like, she had a pretty girl to work with, and she looks pretty in and out of makeup, but like, the look wasn't bad at all. I actually really liked the look, like, even if it was full on cultural appropriation and offensive, but like, I think she looked really pretty, and like, it was cool and different to everyone else. Like, and BB looked really good as well, and she performed, like, her fighter performed so well. Like, she was by far the most sort of like engaged and like setting, like, she was the one I always wanted to watch, because she was most entertaining to me.
Yeah. So
I'm like, cool, like, you know, like, I think you might be winning this challenge.
But they didn't like the makeup, so it wasn't just the look.
I know, but
the makeup
because the criticism was makeup was too heavy, but you're putting her in drag, you're not making her look more feminine. That's not the point. Like.
Yeah, it wasn't meant to kind of like make her look beautiful. It's like, you know, as typically
exactly
what we would expect from women's makeup. But at the same time, you do have to know how to work someone's face, and maybe BB didn't quite know what to do with her.
But what did you think of the makeup?
To be honest, when I looked at it, because the screen was so blurry, I couldn't actually tell what was so bad about it, because we're looking for it. Like,
maybe that's why. Maybe in person it was rubbish, but it looked good to me. I liked it, baby. Yeah, Nina was okay. Yeah, we'll talk about Nina in a second, because like, but first of all, Chanel. Oh, sorry, wait. I haven't finished my point about BB though. Like, I don't not understand why she's in the bottom 2. I'm thinking because she has been doing really well all season, that maybe they wanted to like give her some sort of story, some sort of arc where like, oh no, she's the underdog, everyone. Like,
smack her down.
Yeah, because I'm like, you didn't deserve to be in the bottom. Or is it just me? Is that just like, or was she not good? Yeah, Cos is green. Like, she's not that bad. She was not that bad. Like, or did you think she did deserve to be in the bottom 2? If you do, it's fine. I'm sorry for my aggression.
No, I think actually Rebecca and Angina.
Yeah.
Right. Rebecca's. We can get to Rebecca.
Yeah, we get to Rebecca. Yeah. But even like Chanel, I thought was worse than BB. Like, Chanel's look herself was terrible. I mean, her fighter's look wasn't too bad, but Chanel's look was terrible. Sorry, I was sort of skipping.
It was pretty bad.
That's what I mean.
But I'm thinking of the standards of the time, you know.
Yeah, but still rubbish.
It's 10 years ago. Over 10 years.
Still rubbish. I am just here to fight 100%. Rebecca was the worst hands down. We'll get into that in a second. Sorry, though. First of all, Chanel. I guess we're talking about it already. Sorry. Yeah, I thought like really not good personally. I thought the fight wasn't too bad, but like Chanel looked terrible to me.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of rooting for Chanel just because I liked what's her name again? No, Sweet Pea.
Sweet Pea. Yeah, Sweet Pea was really cool. Yeah.
I was rooting for Sweet Pea, so I wanted them to do well.
Yeah, I liked like she gave Sweet Pea like the BDSM sort of edge. Like, that was cool. Like a bit like Lil' Kim out of Lady Marmalade sort of vibes. I was getting.
Yeah, because no one can look bad in that kind of.
No, that was cool. But
then, Chanel did look.
That's what I mean. But then go through it yourself. Like she didn't like BDSM it up enough. Like the whole thing was like. I think the main thing about Sweet Pea was like her tits. Like that was like the sort of focal point of the outfit. And then Chanel like literally was flat chested. Like if you're gonna do that, so she wore a breastplate, like a massive breastplate for a previous episode.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna go for that like overly sexualized, like.
Well, from Sweet Pea you got like Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
Like vibes from her, and then from Chanel it was kind of like.
What was it?
I don't know.
Nothing. That's what I mean. Like it was like Butch Queen first time in drag. That's what I was getting from Chanel. Sweet Pea looked too draggish cause things. Yeah, everyone's like hating on Rebecca as well, which is fair.
I love that Rebecca should have been sent home like so long ago, but like this is like, you know, I know what he means, but it was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like
she's still here. Yeah, exactly.
PTSD is kicking in.
This is probably my biggest surprise of the season, is by like how much I love Nina's outfit. Like if someone wore it out on season 10, like still, I would be like, I love this outfit.
Yeah, it didn't quite translate so well onto her trainer, like with the hair.
No, yeah,
the resemblance.
But the actual outfit, because like Nina again, it's similar to actually similar critique to Chanel in that, like, but the opposite way around. In that, like, they didn't like Nina got this awesome like evil enchantress like witch dress. So before the judges critiqued, like immediately got like witch, you know. But then like her partner wasn't obviously witch. Like Chanel's BDSM partner, Chanel was obviously BDSM. Like that seems strange to me. Like I did think the partner looked really cool. Like, and there's obviously a family resemblance, but like you should have like done more with the evil witch theme or something. I think.
Yeah, there's something could have been done with the makeup, because you have to bear in mind that Nina had to construct the outfit from scratch to match her partner's physique. So the outfit was not going to be.
But do you think had to construct from scratch? Maybe they got told there'd be a makeup challenge, bring a second version of a garment or whatever.
But you saw her getting the fabric out and stuff, and she was measuring all up. You didn't see her actually making it, but she was about ready to cut it all.
They don't show enough of what's going on. Really, it's hard to know with this season, like what we're judging, like how much they did. Previous episodes as well. Like, so if you watch the season, I'm interested to talk to you about it. But there's like a girl band episode, and they had to divide up the tasks of the girl band into 4 people. One of them was like giving the girls a makeup chart for them to do their makeup. One of them's choreography, and one of them's like making the outfits. I'm like, the person has to make 4 outfits or whatever. Like they by far have the most work to do. Like it's
that
not
person's going home.
Exactly. Yeah. Spoiler, but yeah. And the other like literally like one of the person's tasks was like, you know, one of his faces you get, and then you just literally paint makeup on it, just hand that to the girls. It's like, how can you compare them? Like it's ridiculous. But yeah, I love Nina's look. Like it was like a bit iridescent, and like, you know, it's just super cool. Loved it. And the guys in the chat are agreeing. And yeah, I've heard that a lot as well. Everyone's like had nothing but super positive things to say about working with Nina, and about like a lot of the queens say even if I just go to the area she's in, just like a passing through, to always go and visit her because she's like so much fun and she's really nice. Yeah, exactly. And like I think you do pick up on this sort of stuff as well. Like you can tell even through like the editing of the TV show who is genuinely nice and who is like potentially off. Hashtag Valentina.
Angina. So I think actually Santino Ross is correct. Like the outfits should have been swapped, and the thing is, like, I can't picture Angina, because I don't know anything about her, rocking the feminine look either.
She doesn't. She always looks very androgynous to me.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know if she's got like a stash of wigs or whether she always works the ball.
Pretty much always, although like occasionally wears wigs. Like in her latest fashion photo review, she wore a wig, and I think she looked terrible. Well, I don't know if you guys saw it, but like I was not into it. But I agree with you. I think Santino has the right idea. Like switch the concept. And even Rue's like, nah, like it wasn't about femininity and masculinity, so go F yourself, you know?
Yeah, but even the feminine outfit, which was meant to be
It wasn't
for a
particularly
woman
feminine,
to wear, it did not
accentuate anything.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just a column.
Boxy or whatever.
Column
Yeah,
of
I agree completely.
stripes.
Very good point.
So she even failed to, achieve anything of what she set out to do anyway. If the challenge was even about that.
These girls, like, they all look beautiful. Like, they all had like model-esque proportions. Like, this girl was stunning. Like,
her face had so much to work with. And if you had something, because she said go big with the hair, so you could have done something really adventurous, and you just stuck to what was safe. I'm
surprised more of them didn't use wigs or good. I didn't have like good wigs back in season 1. That's one of the most jarring things. It's like so many wigs were terrible. So okay, Rebecca. Now it's time to go in. Like,
you go first.
What the actual fuck? Like, how did she win? Like, I don't understand it. It looked very bad to me. Again, like, I think the main thing is the wigs. Like, how are these wigs ever okay? They looked horrific.
And it was 10 years ago. They hadn't.
10 years ago is not that long.
They didn't have the wig technology.
Exactly. It's so ridiculous. And the outfits were hella boring. And like, just like,
let's break it down. Let's start from head to toe.
Okay.
So wigs.
Terrible.
Yeah, but did they create resemblance?
Yes, they have very strong resemblance.
Because they were both very different.
Oh, that's what I wrote down. So I wrote down strong family resemblance. ... Basic.
Yeah. It was really basic, but they said that the panel said it. They said it wasn't.
Yeah, but they said, but it works so well.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. Like, it's just terrible. Like, it makes no sense. Like, I do think this was like some weird sort of like, because saying no on the fashion photo review. Like, I do think it's like they had some sort of agenda with the season, especially this episode, like making Rebecca win and BB being a bottom 2. Like, it just
to create a bit of mid-season drama.
That's what I think. I really, really think that. That's my conspiracy theory for season 1. And guys, you can quote me on that.
Yeah. Let's go to the next thing. The makeup. I was quite surprised by how different Rebecca looked. In makeup,
100%. Yeah.
Because I was expecting something pretty and I didn't get it.
Yeah. Because
the features are there. But then she didn't do anything to her face.
Yes.
There was nothing there.
No, I agree.
Maybe she ran out of time in the workroom because she was worrying so much about her partner.
I don't know. No, her makeup skills aren't great. Like, that's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty consistent. Like, she could put off like Girl at the Mall. He wouldn't look twice.
I thought he was going to say Morgue then.
I'm at the Morgue. Girl at the Mall. God, that's dark. And a threat, which I'm not standing by. Like, I've been defending Rebecca. I think she ate so far. But yeah, like makeup not great. It's in the outfit.
She's got those cheekbones and like
a good facial structure.
Not going to do anything with those. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Totally agree. But, I mean, to be fair, stuff like, obviously contouring's always been in the drag community, but stuff like highlighting, I guess, wasn't like as prevalent as it is now. Like, that's like a standard like makeup thing for girls who wear like a decent amount of makeup.
Yeah.
Decent's the wrong word, but you know what I mean. So I mean, there's certain things I'm like, yeah, that's fair enough. 10 years ago, like, it does affect stuff sometimes, but again, like, if you had basic makeup and then like you had like amazing outfits or like really interesting wigs, fine. But like, he hasn't got anything. She hasn't got like any of the categories down. Right.
Well, then let's go to the next thing. The outfits. Like, do you think she made those in the workroom on that day?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Or were they her own stash?
I think her own stuff.
Because both of them were exactly the same.
Yeah.
So, sorry, I was looking at.
Yes, so was I. Yeah.
No excuses for her. Yeah, but yeah, it was very, very, very basic.
Yeah.
And also, if you're going to have something that shows off your boobs, have something that shows off boobs, you know? Like, do something so that they're not just flat, you know?
This is what I think as well. Like, if you can do something you can't do in these sort of challenges any other time. Like, if you're, say, working with someone with boobs, then like do like a boob look yourself or something. Like, you know, it's a good excuse to do something you don't normally do.
Stuff the cups.
Or like, if you're working with like natural females who you can make look really feminine, do a super feminine look yourself. Like, do something that really like you can't really do any other time as well, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my advice for season 12 Queens at this point, I guess. You're welcome. So that's all the looks we've gone through. So my next note is, what are you saying?
Boobies.
who was on the season for 10? I know the season 1 queens were in the season 10 finale, but like I forgot what it looked like. Oh, and she looked shit. Boobies. What Rebecca? Yeah, she didn't look great. I do remember she didn't look great. Again, like a lot of them showed, like Tatiana's shown so much growth over the last, how many years, 8 years or whatever. But then someone like, we have got 10 years and like show some growth, So yeah, Amazing Night is like, how the hell, especially season 1, did they get the rights to both Beyonce and Britney?
I was thinking that too, because I was thinking this must have been really expensive.
Yeah.
This is where the budget went. Because they don't even do that regularly.
No, like never.
Later seasons.
I can't remember any Beyonce or Britney.
Yeah.
Or maybe Britney, but not.
Maybe they don't want to be associated with the show,
I'm sure I would. Like, Drag's really like cool for like, I'm like really dismissing it. I know, like it's very big, like on social media and with young people and stuff. So I think they'd want to be. That's why everyone's like guest judging.
Yeah.
So I'd be surprised by that. My next note is BB's fighter bang into it, slaying. Yeah, I talked about it already. Nina's fighter uncomfortable. Oh, this is a lip sync, I guess. Okay, we've talked about that. Sorry, this was a bit of a weird order.
So unprofessional.
I know, sorry. Rebecca 1, we talked about that. Okay, so now the actual lip sync. Sorry, let's catch up with chat as well in the background. So, okay, lip sync. So first of all, Anjana taking off her hat. That was a super dramatic moment for everyone.
That made me laugh just because, I mean, you see people do that with the wigs, like...
Yeah, exactly. Why should it be like, so dramatic?
Yeah, hilarious.
Yeah.
But, maybe that's the point. Maybe she just wants to make us laugh. And be happy.
No. She hates happiness.
What I was confused about is switching over to BB. Did she have a wig under her wig? Because
no, she didn't. I thought she did for a second, unless she didn't, it fell off or something.
She pulled something off, and then I was like, "Wait, the wig is still there." Like, what did she actually invent the wig under the wig?
No,
and then
she
something
didn't.
fell off, and then, and then there was just nothing there. And I hate that. In Drag Race, like,
terrible.
Just put like a wig on and leave it on.
I know. This might have been the first time it happened. But even here, like fully over, I can't imagine anyone would have ever been into this.
Yeah. Because
like it looked terrible, especially like when you have like an intense wig and you have like this like black line, like a really intense black line.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure worked okay with the wig, but like it looked so ridiculous.
And if your natural hair looks like an absolute mess because you've had to keep it under a wig for all that time, it's not a good look. Yeah.
Episode 5. What was I going to say? So yeah, this is like another reason for my conspiracy theory. It's like this lip sync was horrific. Like there was no redeeming qualities of this lip sync whatsoever. Again, it's a Britney song, which is like a drag staple or whatever. Like you can do something. What song was it? Stronger?
Yeah, I think so.
That's what I mean. So like you can do so much with a song like that in terms of like what the community is looking for, and like, they must be really exposed to the song and like all that sort of shit. And it's just terrible. Like nothing interesting, and like it was all just very like half-assed and weak, I felt. But obviously Rue's reaction, like Rue was fully shook by it. I was writing down, so I was like watching like boring lip sync, a bit ... because then Rue's like apparently not #very emotional right now. Like Rue literally couldn't hack it. Like she's like, I need a minute. And I walked off stage. I'm like, what have you just been watching? Like you look at yourself in the mirror or something.
She had a plan.
That's what I mean. Like it's so like obvious.
It was by the numbers, and like it doesn't matter that the quality didn't match the drama. Like that was all kind of scripted.
It was so stupid. Yeah, I know. And it ruins how. No, I think game anything like you don't want to give your IP to like randomers because like it brings down the value of your IP or whatever. It's the same thing. Like you're bringing down the value of your show by like making it seem so false and ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They probably wanted to try some stuff out, first season.
Yeah, but it was just like
drama to it.
Yeah, but just like do it in like at least a somewhat convincing way. I don't like if you've got plans to do this episode, and then you see if a lip sync is like the worst thing you've ever seen in your life, then think, I'll leave it till next episode to do this stunt.
But you got to remember there'll be producers behind the scenes saying.
RuPaul's the head producer, executive produce.
Yeah, but there'll be other people putting pressure on,
Yeah, it was just so stupid.
There'll always be like other producers, and we know what they do now.
Yeah.
because of all the drama that's happened, all the tea that's been spilled.
I was just imagining, do you think like Rue backstage? Yeah, it's true. Do you think Rue backstage was like having like a Roxy Andrews bus stop moment, like fully like?
No, I think he went for a shit.
He literally
just went and had a shit.
Yeah,
and came back. He was like just looking, probably not on his iPhone actually, because that was like new
on his Nokia phone.
Probably just like looking for a newspaper or something.
Yeah, of course he was. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, I'm imagining on the other hand, like other scenario, like I feel like Roxy. I remember like when she did like the left at the bus stop story, she's like on the floor like shaking and crying, like that backstage, like so like emotional about the situation. Like she just can't handle it. Like she genuinely needs to take a minute to like get out of console her. Yeah, exactly. It's like rocking back and forth.
Yeah. People like bring her like an oxygen mask.
Exactly. Do you want a paper bag? I think it's one of those two scenarios for a show, and I guess we'll never know.
We will one day. The truth will come out.
No, like it's not. I've forgotten the Pearl quote now. Nothing matters unless the camera's on. So I don't know. So I guess the camera wasn't on at that point, so it doesn't matter, according to RuPaul. So then the final note I've got is again like Rue's super emotional like goodbye to Angina. Like I know Rue did see Angina in the club, and I wanted her to be on the show, so I think she was genuinely into Angina. But Angina's performed pretty poorly this season, apart from the last episode. I don't remember what I thought of it actually, but she won last episode. But other than that, she's performed pretty poorly all season. And she did extremely badly this episode.
Did Angina, was she the queen that said that she was HIV positive?
Yes, yeah.
So there might be that.
That's what I thought. I think that's maybe why she... No, I don't think it is why she won that episode. But
no, not that she won, but like that when it was time to leave, RuPaul was kind of like delicate with her and said,
"No, I don't think that was it."
For
me, it just seemed like more of like continuing this whole like weird fake thing where it's like he's literally said, "You're a winner." It's like, well, no, she's not.
Hang on a second. If you're going to say this about Angina, then you can't not say it about. Do you see where I'm going?
No, I don't. Go on.
Well, what's her name?
BB?
No.
Chanel?
No. Season 6 queen, who was also in All Stars, who checked herself out. Oh my goodness, I can't remember. No. What is her name?
Adore checked herself out.
The one that was Maggie Smith and
Ben de la Creme?
Yeah. How can you say that and not about Ben de la Creme? He was like, "Oh, I'm a winner, but I'm going to check out." So I caught you there. No,
I guess what? I can't compute. I just noticed it caused a change account. It threw me off. Cause don't switch accounts. I can't handle it. No, I don't understand. So actually, unless you got both accounts on, so you're getting all them views.
There are
got it up to 3. Yes.
Sorry, carry on.
No, let me analyze this because I feel like you've really come. I feel like you've really come for me. I feel like you're trying to snatch my wig. I don't understand why. So right. Let me work this out. Let me go through this. So, Rue said to Angina that she's a winner, even though she's blatantly not a winner. And same thing. I had the same critique with Ben. I'm like, Ben's like, "I've already won a competition. I'm out of here." And I was like, "No, you haven't won a competition, mate."
But you were like in love with her, saying, "Oh, yes, she is a winner."
Well, Ben, I was in love with her.
Yeah.
No, the opposite. You got that completely wrong. I hated her the whole way through. Like,
why didn't we bond over this then? Our mutual hatred.
I'm surprised. Were you on what stream were you on? Season 10?
We watched All Stars at the same time.
That's what I mean. So were you on an All Stars 3 stream?
No, it wasn't.
Okay. No, go back and watch it. Like I was like fully against Bendler Creme. Like I was like.
But then we should have bonded over that.
I know because everyone loves Bendler. I'm like, no.
Right, we'll do that later. We'll have a chat about Bendler Creme. Anyway, sorry. Let's go back to season 1.
But yeah, so like Rue's, so Rue has like massive like emotional goodbye of Angina, like talking about like how she's like the best thing since sliced bread. I'm just a bit like.
Don't quote her on that. It was more just like
she literally said, "You're a winner," and like I'm so like devastated about this decision.
In the kind of way that you're a winner for being on the show. You're a winner for getting to this far, no matter what. I should have really been on that panel, and I could have said, you're a winner in life. You are a bright spark in the universe, and you'll never be, whatever.
Yeah.
No, it was that kind of thing. It was just like a nice little gesture to say you haven't lost.
But you have. It's episode 5, mate. Like it's halfway through. Like know yourself.
But at least Angina didn't say, I'm a winner. I hate when queens say I'm still a winner.
Yeah, exactly.
You're actually walking out the door.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I feel like that's like all our notes. I feel like we've fully analysed that episode.
Yeah, is there anything else?
We need to ask
what about the ending when they were dancing?
Oh, that was really funny, yeah. And then the fighters came out and was on Gina's partner. I'll rerun to show Chris. Like she's like in the middle, really awkwardly, just like standing there and being
Shuffling
like
about,
being
by
like
herself.
like knocked back and forth by the queens, like left and right of her. I don't know what happened to that poor girl's confidence. Like she seemed great before she had to like put everything on. Yeah, that was funny. But yeah, we need to whip out our CUNTs for the lads.
What?
Our CUNTs, charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
It's not that kind of stream.
It is a kind of stream. It's what we're known for.
All right,
So,
explain it to me.
So we need to. I know you're a big fan of the stream. You have watched quite a lot of these. We every episode we always award like charisma.
I always turn it
uniqueness.
off at the end though.
Oh, fair. Because you don't want it to end. You can't.
All the outros I don't need.
You can't bear it ending.
Well, I already know everything about you. So
okay, no, fair. Oh, fair. Okay. So yeah, we award our charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent to someone from the episode, like separately, individually, which I nicked from a podcast called The Shade of It All, which I'd recommend. It's a pretty good podcast.
So that's a good idea.
And you guys did it in chat as well. So Cos is giving charisma to Nina. Why? I don't think she was like she's charismatic generally, but this episode I don't think she's particularly charismatic.
She would get my talent.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well.
Yeah.
So okay, who would get your charisma?
Chanel.
Oh,
Because let me explain this. When she had to explain to what's it called? Sweet Pea.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what is it called?
Chris.
When she had to explain to Sweet Pea how she could come out of her shell, that's where her charisma came into it, and she was able to articulate it so that Sweet Pea could get to where she needed to be. Yeah. It wasn't like, you're going to do this because I'm telling you. It was, this is what it's all about. I'm going to help you get there. So,
but it seemed very much for herself, though. I don't think it was for for Sweet Pea to live her best life. I think it was like
but it was still with an element of help. It wasn't like, this is what you need to do so that I can win.
Fair. So, I see that. Comment, no worries. Thanks for getting involved anyway. I'm giving my charisma to Mel for her one line.
Cool. Well, she needs to get something out.
Exactly. That's it. Cos is giving his uniqueness to Xena by default, which is understandable. Although I never watched that show, but she seems like a very nice lady from this one episode I've seen her in.
She's good.
Who are you giving your uniqueness to?
Uniqueness goes to come back to me.
Actually, I'm giving my uniqueness to Nina because like that look was so ahead of its time and it's completely unique and like obvious like why I'm giving it to Nina.
Uniqueness I will award to BB because that was a unique thing that was just completely wrong, but it was still unique.
I'm just going to give my nerve to BB for that exact reason for using cultural appropriation as a like selling point for the challenge. So I give BB my nerve.
Nerve on sheer nerve. Okay, right. Let me think about this. I don't know. It's hard. I can't even remember most of the queens that were in this.
I know it's tricky for season one.
I'm just going to have to give it to like Rebecca for like insisting that her fighter wears heels when she could have just been like, you know what, this is going really badly, and I should probably just opt out and do a flat shoe. She was still like, no, you're going to fucking wear heels and I'm going to make you work this.
Exactly. Yeah.
So she gets nerve.
Is that good nerve from you then? Like a good type of
it's kind of like I understand that.
Yeah, I agree. I was thinking giving it to her before.
Yeah.
I switched it up. Talent?
To Nina.
Nina, cool, understandable. I'm giving it to Rachel Bank, BB's partner. Because like she was great in the performances. Like I said, like really entertaining, really fun to watch, which is difficult, I think, in a challenge like this. Yeah. And she like sold the look well and everything. And like, I'm giving it to BB's fighter.
I'll give a special shout out to Angina's partner, her fighter, because she had a lot of potential that was untapped by her queen, and I'll give her a shout out for that because she was like wanting to take it further than she could take it, and I feel like she should come back and be given another shot.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Of course, is agreeing with me in terms of talent as well. Yeah, that's a nice idea. I like that. That's a positive place to end on. And something else, but I've got something else to do. And like one thing I've been doing on streams as well is something over the last week that you've enjoyed, like a bit of like pop culture that you'd recommend, which is taken from another podcast, Gilmore Guys. But it's good Christian fan lab.
You just steal everything from everyone.
I do. I love a podcast. I love stealing things, so it makes sense. Yeah, so anything you've watched or like listened to or like anything recently that you want to recommend to the children?
Can it be anything?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's what I showed to you, that an anime.
I've binge watched John Jess yesterday. It's really good.
You've been watched it.
Binge watched
Alright,
it. We've watched like 5 episodes. It's great. I love it.
It's called The Disastrous Life of Saki K.
Yes.
And it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious and it's groundbreaking. It's beautiful. It's life affirming.
100%.
It's sexy.
Yeah.
It's just everything you'd want.
100%.
A man, but you get it out of an anime. So
yes, that's a very good review. Put that on the box. It doesn't exist. Yeah, no, I totally second that. It's a great anime. So binge watched it yesterday. It's basically just proper fun. Like it takes like all the anime tropes and like takes a piss out of all of them.
Yeah, but it's not.
But it still has like a story
to be like that, but it's still got its own.
It is like the trope of like my favorite character, the girl with blue hair.
But it's not just like about the tropes though, is it? It's like it's still a perfectly good comedy in its own.
Yeah, totally, 100%. Yeah, no, it's great. I totally second that. I finished season 2 of Atypical. I really enjoyed it.
What's Atypical?
It's a Netflix original about a kid with like pretty bad autism. Actually, not too bad autism. Okay. But like autism, and what's really good about it is it obviously follows his journey, like how he copes with life, but it's also focuses a lot on the family.
Yeah,
and I find the stories interesting. Yeah, so I'd recommend that. I think that's like the most interesting thing I've experienced. Oh, Dragon Quest XI is great as well. Yeah, that's my recommendation. Cos is recommending Kavana Hearing?
No.
What is it?
That's a current political.
Oh no!
/ just massive fucking.
Is it bad?
It's just bleak, you know. It's American and politics and rape allegations and stuff like that.
Okay, thanks for the suggestion, Cos.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Convo is recommending the song "Honey" by Robin. Cool. I haven't heard anything by Robin in ages. Might have to get involved in that.
I think that's a new song, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Cool, nice one. Oh, April's new song. That's my top recommendation. I feel like I do want to say this. I feel like she has like tried to like be a kid.
Avril Lavigne.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like she's been the worst because she's like trying to like be like youthful or whatever, and it's been terrible. I feel like she's like actually acting her age.
Do you remember that?
Hello Kitty.
Like yeah,
that's what I mean. That's the last thing she did. But like her new song like just feels really appropriate. Like it's a bit much. Like she's like have this whole drama with Lyme disease, and she's like not letting go and like really shoving in people's faces. Like mate.
What disease?
Live your Lyme disease in peace in the corner. You know?
What's Lyme disease?
It's like you're gonna get bit by a tick that has Lyme's disease. Like you get it, and it's like can be really horrific.
Jeez.
But like she's just like really like milked it for what it's worth. You know, she's like she's like years now. Like she's been like breaking down like every chance she gets.
Make me laugh.
That's what I mean. Like honestly, it's like in the end of the video, she's like, you know, Lyme disease. Like basically, the song is like an emotional ballad. But then like, at the end of the video, she's like, "This is about Lyme disease." I'm like, "Oh my god, no!" But it's a really good song. She sung it live as well on Jimmy Fallon, and like it's vocally very difficult to sing. She nailed it, which I was surprised by. But yeah, I grew up with Avril Lavigne Calling, so like that's why I'm so into it. But it's a good song generally, anyway. I think it's number 1. And yeah, I'm looking forward to her new album. Cool. Right, that's enough stream for one night, I'd say, chaps.
No. I'm going to keep going.
No, that's enough. Everyone, that's enough out of us. Thanks for getting involved. If you have any more things to say, leave it in a comment down below. I do check them. I get alerts on my phone now, which is good. I really want a community tab because someone forced YouTube to give me a community tab so I can like pre-arrange streams. So I don't have to do it last minute. That'd be nice. Yeah, cool. Right, everyone, have a good time until we meet again next. And yeah, another outro nailed.
That was brilliant.
Bye, everyone.
Toodles.